Hello, my name is Duncan and welcome to Bath Books and Back Away from Donkey. I'm just being licked here by my gorgeous Labrador girl. You're feeling a bit better, aren't you, girl? Aren't you feeling a bit better there? And today, I'm going to do a book tag. I've done one for a while actually, and I was actually tagged from Big Ad Does YouTube, who I will give his link to him down below. I don't know who originally did this tag. This is the Finish the Book tag. It's been doing the rounds for a while. And I did have a quick look around and I can't find out who originally started this, because otherwise I would tag them. But I, no idea. But yeah, Big Al decided to tag me, and I said it's a great channel, so if you want to pop across and have a look at him, I recommend it. It's quite a short one, this. It's only 7 questions, and they're quite straightforward. So I will make a start. And the first question is, do you keep a list of books you've read? And obviously my answer is yes. Like many people, I've got a Goodreads account, though me updating it can be a bit slow. My main thing is I have a spreadsheet that I just put all the books in that I read each month, just so I can keep an eye on them. And I use that more consistently than Goodreads, really. Even though my Goodreads is, by the end of the year, is accurate, but that is my sort of preference. And question number 2 is, what stats do you record? Well, the only stats I really record is what books I read and how many I've read a year, basically. I don't get too obsessive about things like this. To me, stats isn't why I read a book. And yeah, I don't really take much notice of anything else. And question 3. Question 3 is, do you give a star rating? But question 4 is, do you review your books? And I'm going to answer these at the same time, because I do review my books. Well, not all of them. Some of them I do, some, and here I have a bit of a talk about them, so it's not technically a review, I just have a bit of a talk about them. I do some written reviews up on my blog, which is down at this moment, but it could be back up by the time this video is released, because I've just got to sort out some things, a couple of issues on it. I do some written reviews there, and occasionally I'll put them over onto Goodreads, because I quite enjoy writing them. And for those, yes, I normally do end up giving a star rating, but I don't really care about star ratings, because star ratings are so subjective. To me, a good review is somebody explaining why they like a book, or why they don't like a book, or why a book contains that, how it relates to other books, to give me a nice reason why I may like this book or I may not like this book. And a star rating doesn't really tell me much. It just tells me that at the time you thought that was a 5-star book. You know, and if I do a 5-star book now, next month I might find a book that I like more than that and it run out of stars. So yeah, so star ratings don't really mean much to me. And that's probably part of the reason why I don't really talk about star ratings. I've mentioned them in my written reviews, but it's not the main thing. The main thing is the content. It's how a good reviewer. Am I a good reviewer? I don't know, but I like to see somebody explain why a book is good, why it's written like that, and the context of it in everything else, like in relation to other works of fiction in that genre, maybe, or as a whole, or why it's relevant today. But yeah, I'd rather have that than star reviews. So I hope that bit makes sense. So then we go on to question. Question 5. Sorry, I was getting confused because I wrote this really scrappily here. Where do you put your finished books? Oh, finished books just go on my shelf. That's it. I file them, maybe not that shelf, maybe on a shelf over there, but they'll go on a shelf unless I decide I don't like the book and I'm never going to read it again, and then it'll probably end up going to charity or I'll give it away to somebody. But that's it. There's no special thing. I've got nothing. And the next one is, how do you pick your next book? It's a very technical process. What I do is I get up, I have a look around, I look at my shelf, I take a book off it, look at that book and think, yes, I'm going to read that. And I put it on the side. Then later on I get up and I put it back in the shelf, pick out another book and put that on the side. And this can happen a dozen times. And then eventually I might start reading a book, or I might go somewhere else and find a book from somewhere else. So there is no method in what I read. Unless I'm desperately trying to read a series of books or something, it is very random. It's whatever I feel like reading. So yeah. And the final one is, do you have any rituals when you've finished reading your book? This also is quite technical, because what I have to do is I have to, sorry for making any of you ill here, I have to strip naked, paint myself in blue woad, put my kilt on, just my kilt, nothing else. And then what I do is I go out to a local stone circle called the Rings of Brodgar, which is local, and at dawn I dance around there just in my kilt whilst humming the theme tune to Star Wars, and I have to do that after every book. If I don't do it after every book, something bad will happen. So yeah, that's what I do after every book. Okay. And then the final thing on this, told you this was a short one, is to tag people. Well, I'm not going to tag anybody because I think most people have done this one. But if you've not done it, feel free to do it. And you can say you've seen it here, which would be nice. But if you don't, that's great. And yeah, so that's the finish your book tag. Which I said I was tagged by Big Al, and Big Al's link is down below. And I said I have no idea who did this originally, even though I did do a bit of a search. And so I will see you later. Bye from me. Goodbye from Micah. Get up here. Say goodbye to everyone. Micah. Up. Up. Come on. Up there. No, I can't get it up. Come on. I know. I know.